Hey guys, LongHaul Larry, Big Blue, sitting here at Americold in Fort Worth, Texas. Throat's pretty scratchy, guys. Figured I'd show you guys all the chrome. It's all did up, looking pretty good. Yeah, tires are a little bit dirty and stuff. The whole truck's actually dirty again. I really like that truck wash. I really did. That Truck-O-Matic. I really did like those guys. The one thing I did notice though is the other side was a little cleaner than this side. The guy didn't get all the way around. The rims kind of, you know, kind of missed parts of it. The other guy didn't. So he did better over there. And this guy on this side, he didn't hit these. I'm gonna clean them up and shine them up and everything, but he didn't clean my horns up. But you can see from sitting in that parking lot all day yesterday, it's just, I mean, it's just all filthy. I'm thinking I'm heading up to Russellville next. And up there at the Flying J, I'll have to get fuel and stuff, but you can see how dirty it is. Sitting up there at the Flying J, they have a big water hose right out at the pump. I'll kind of just wash the whole truck down right at the pump. I'll be one of those guys. But you can see it there. Looks pretty good. All shined up. Here's a fun fact. I signed in here. This happens every time I come here. When I signed in here, and this guy here has the 11 o'clock appointment. I have the 10 o'clock appointment. There's a 9 o'clock appointment, but he's not here. And all the people that work inside on unload and stuff, they were all sitting over on the other side ripping on my truck for about the last half an hour or so, smoking cigarettes and everything else, because they're 9 o'clock appointment guys in here. But they got us two sitting here, but they won't touch us. That's funny. These back rims shine up pretty good too. They're gonna clean up. You could put some covers over that too. You'd have to cut some grooves in it and everything. Or you could just put some lug nut covers on there, but we switched trailers so much, I'm not gonna spend the money. What else am I gonna do? I think while I'm waiting, I'm actually gonna Rainx my windows. Yes, I'm gonna Rainx them. See Johnny sitting up there keeping an eye on things. Those are the bugs just from Joplin to here. I've actually cleaned the windows once too. But we got rain coming in the forecast here. You can see it's gloomy here. And I think I'm gonna Rainx it. Somebody sent me a link to a video and a guy did it, and it made sense what he did in a couple of processes. So I think that I'm going to do that. So I think I'm gonna jump up to next. I gotta clean the windows. I gotta take a razor blade and scrape everything off the windows, make sure it's a real smooth, clean surface, and then I'll start applying the Rainx and everything. I have actually had the Rainx for a couple weeks now. I was just waiting to get a truck wash, and then I was figuring I was gonna do this yesterday, but I just was not feeling well, guys. You can see how dirty the truck is. I think Big Blue needs a chrome bumper is what I think. That's what I think. Hey guys, here we are. We are actually empty in Americold. As you can see, the other guy still isn't in the door. It's only 10:30, so he's got to sit there for another half an hour waiting for his appointment. But I did get a Kodo Rainx on there. Guys, I had this whole plan of doing all this stuff. I cleaned the window, scrubbed it up really good and everything, and then you're supposed to use this, I got this special Rainx cleaner, and I just put a couple squirts of that on there, scrubbed it up real good, and then let it dry. And I just put a coat of Rainx on it. And then this video that one of you guys sent me, I think it will actually make it really good and last longer. It's usually using mothers over the top of it and then Rainx again. But I tell you the truth, I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel good. I just don't really feel like doing anything, tell you the truth. But I did get 1 coat of Rainx on there, so that'll help. And then probably, you know, 3 or 4 weeks, it'll be need more Rainx on it. So then I'll do the whole process and video it for you guys and show you what I'm doing. But I'm gonna show you guys a couple little things I found wrong. Just a couple little quick fixes. Just, you know, I was just sitting here just looking at stuff as I was getting unloaded and doing things and everything. And this here is this line right here. See how it's like bound over? It's real tight. And this is a metal edge, and this is you know, a plastic airline, so it's vibrating like that. It's actually starting to cut through. I have no idea what it goes to. I've looked, tried to track it up into the engine. It goes back behind the engine. I think it's actually been installed by the guys with the remote system. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it goes back to the fuel tank so the boss man can see how much fuel is in it remotely. I don't know. But it's rubbing on there. There's really nothing I can do. There's no slack on that end. It does go to the fuel tank. And you can see that, if you guys watched John's video, when he picked up a trailer from this place that's putting these remotes in, one of the fuel lines was hanging down. And he asked the guy to put it back up, and the guy was like, oh, we didn't do that. Well, you can see they're going in there. All the insulation is opened up. This is a brand new trailer. So, it is them. So just right now, I sent it to the boss, and he can do what he wants to about it. But I just don't want to have a problem with it. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece of old, this is a fuel line. It's this rubberized fuel line. I always carry this with me. If I ever drill a hole in something, then I will put this around the metal like that. So then it gives it a nice rubber edge. You just take fuel line and take a straight edge and just put a slit in it, and then you can put it over top of stuff, and it will hold itself right on there. And so you can do that on here. This one here, I put this stuff on here, this coax cable stuff on here, but you can do the same thing with this here. If you pull this off, so you don't get shards, because it's kind of got shards of, it's kind of a rough texture. You can do that same thing right there. But I just had this stuff at the moment, so I put this on. This was a while ago I did this. But what we're gonna do is just put a little bit of this. Just like that. Like so, so that it rubs on there. And then I'll just put a zip tie to try to keep it right there. There we go. So that should be okay. I just don't feel like having fuel leaking out behind the trailer, you know. And then I got one other thing too. I got unloaded and I went to go close my doors and I noticed something. Ouch. Kind of missed the little thing there. I ripped my chute down. Guys, this is a brand new trailer. That there's wrong. I came out and I saw it all tucked up in there. Somebody tried to hide it. It was ripped down. And it's held up by Velcro. They put these up by Velcro so that, because this happens, they catch them with their forklifts coming in. Because the guys don't pay attention to how high they have the pellets in it, come in and they catch them. And they put it on with this is Velcro material. These plastic strips are Velcro and it's supposed to just rip off. Well, they tore it right out of the ceiling. Once these things get torn out of the ceiling, these holes, they'll never hold again. It just never will. So I'm gonna try to, you know, what I did is I took a picture of it and I sent it to my boss and I said, you know, to tell you the truth, I cannot say for sure if it happened here or if it happened up at Nestle in Little Chute, but I know it wasn't like this at before I went to Little Chute because I could see it and I was up in the trailer and I actually cleaned this trailer out. So I know it wasn't like that. So, but the thing is that when it was stacked, it was pizza pallets and they were like this high. And so I couldn't see past like right here when I shut the doors up at Nestle and when I opened them up here. So I don't know who did it. And his response was, well, it's Velcro, just put it back up. Well, the strips are ripped off. And once you rip them out of that fiberglass roof, it's a never-ending battle. So we're gonna try to put it all back up there. I did, see, they just rip off. You got these little plastic deals. It's got like a nail in it. It's kind of like a drywall thing. And you just push this out. You push it up into the hole and then it expands when you push the nail up in there. I brought my drill and stuff. If the holes won't hold it, then what I'll do is I'll put a couple screws up there and mess around and try to attach it. But it's pretty sad, to tell you the truth, guys. And I'm gonna tell you something else. This here, this is Nestle. This is Nestle 100%. All these marks on these walls, dragging down these walls. I will guarantee it because I used to haul directly for Nestle when I was independent. And I can show you the inside of my trailer, and inside of my trailer's got holes, all just big grooves and dug out and stuff. That's all I did is hauled out of Nestle. And the first time they dug holes in it, I took pictures of it. I went to the head people there, talked to them all about it. You know, you guys are ripping on my trailers and everything. Their response was, it was like that before we started. I showed them the pictures. I'm like, no, this was just done loaded. You can see it hanging. Nope, it was done before. You know, they'll never take responsibility for it. And I would patch the holes up. They would tear open new ones. They love to come in there and they stack 4 or 5 pallets deep. And then they come in with their forklift and they push them all in there at one time. And then they run up against this wall and they'll push them over to the side and push 4 or 5 stacks at one time. And then they do the same thing over here. And they tear these walls up. This trailer is what, 6 months old, if that? So what you can do is you use a screwdriver and you just get behind this little nail and you just pull that out a little bit. Let's just do the other one when I got my screwdriver out. And then you can just use the pliers, but I couldn't find my pliers. It's up in the truck someplace I was messing around. Let's use the vice grips. And you just pull that nail out. Just like so. Just like so. And then see, then it'll squeeze together. And then it's supposed to be the right size for the hole that's drilled up in there. Then when you push that nail back up in there, it makes it separate behind it. But once these get pulled out, they'll never stay. They'll constantly keep coming out. I am just tall enough. I've done this before. I'm using my trash can, which is a 5-gallon pail, to get up here. Just like that. See, that's how that goes in here. But see this one here? It's all ripped. The ceiling is torn now. That one will never stay. I'll try to put a screw next to it. But somebody like, yeah, you can see it's even destroyed. There's no even reason even messing with this one. But somebody like John, let's see if I can get this without the screwdriver. He's too short. Unless he carries a ladder with himself, he'll never be able to get this put back in by himself. And then you go to the next place and they catch it and tear more of it and tear more of it. Eventually it's all shredded and torn up. It's a pain in the butt. I don't think I'm gonna get that one. Ouch. Did I tell you guys that I'm just like the other grown men in this world? When I get sick, I'm just the biggest baby in the world. That's me. That is me. There we go. I'm just gonna put a screw. Put a screw or two down there. Try to hold it somewhat. See how one does. It's gonna need a new plug like what comes in these. These screws will just pull out of this. I might hold it up there for now. And get in here better, re-drill holes. The whole chute needs to come down. Needs to be all retightened back up. I just don't feel like doing it. Almost fell right there. Well, there you go. There you go. It's all back up there. Probably got it a little too tight. Probably should have a little bit of an opening back here so the air can flow through there better. Just like that. That'll work. Choo-choo train, BNSF. So there you go. It's all fixed back up again. We're gonna be heading up to Russellville. Well guys, here we go. We are offloaded, empty. You guys know that already. We are ready to go. We're gonna be heading to our next load, which is going to be Zero Mountain in Russellville, Arkansas. And that load's picking up, going out to the beloved Americold in Manchester, Pennsylvania. So, get her going. Guess what? Starting to sprinkle. It's gonna be the test of the Rainx. I should never have to turn my windshield wipers on again, right? Oh, you guys have been after me. Rainx, 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 you promised Rainx. So I should never have to turn my windshield wipers on again. Goodness. One car comes from that direction. One car comes from that direction. They're timed like perfectly just to keep me sitting here. I think it's a conspiracy. Drops. Oh my goodness, look at that rain just washing off my windshield. Beating off in her. Oh boy, fancy. Oh, now it's going the other way. Wind must have changed. Rain shower here. Well, I gotta say it's beating up pretty good and coming off in here, but we're gonna have to turn the wipers on. It's a pretty good little rain shower here. I gotta say, it's pretty good. It worked out pretty good. I have used Rainx before. Come on, white truck. This pickup truck just sitting there. I got things falling all over the place in here. This is always fun right here. You got a Virgin, you gotta get over. And all the cars and stuff, they love to come up here in this right lane and then cut in front. The usual, you know. Don't you know? Beeping, I can hear some faintly beeping. It sounds like it's coming off the truck in front of me. It's kind of weird. Well, there we go. That's the biggest part. Rid of this dude and we can go. Time to go. Time to go. So we got 384 miles up to Russellville, Arkansas. Showing us arriving up there at 6:27 p.m. But I'm gonna have to stop for fuel. Probably more like 7 o'clock, something like that. I just took me another one of those airborne things here. I think I only got like 3 or 4 left in that container. So probably enough for today and tomorrow. Hopefully this gets knocked out. Larry doesn't do well with sickness, not at all. And I had a subscriber send me an email about something else. He was talking how send me some information about how airborne is not effective or something like that. Oh, but he says that I made him sick now. I spread it to him. I told him, well, should have washed his hands after touching his computer. I'm not responsible for that. But hopefully this gets knocked out. I got miles to run and we'll have to make. So I'll catch you guys later. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night when you're watching this here video. If you are not, certainly you can try it all over again tomorrow. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.